Hello everyone, it's Diego Doom here, and today I'm bringing another review. Today I'll be reviewing Sci-Fi Revoltech Series number 6, Gamera. Gamera comes from the 1995 film Gamera Guardian of the Universe. In the film, Gamera is a giant turtle left by an ancient civilization to protect humanity from the threat of the Gauss. In the film, Gamera battles 3 Gauss and then 1 Super Gauss. So, definitely check out that film. It's definitely nice, definitely neat, and definitely cool. Now here with this figure, Revoltech has created a fantastic representation of Gamera. This figure has a nice sculpt, nice paint applications, and some pretty good articulation. So first, let's check out Gamera's accessories. Okay, let's check out Gamera's accessories. Gamera comes with 1 pair of hands, 1 alternate torso, 1 flame part effect, and then 1 flight mode flaming part effect. So first, let's check out Gamera's hands here. So the additional pair of hands that Gamera comes with is some open hands here. And they're very nice, very neat, very cool. They are very nicely detailed. They have a fantastic sculpt on them. Also, they're articulated too. So they move here at the wrist joint. So these are definitely nice, definitely neat, and definitely cool. So they did a fantastic job when it comes to the sculpt on this figure. I'm definitely impressed here. So definitely cool. The nice white tips for the claws. So they spared no detail here. And how the hands peg in, they just simply peg in. So the arms here have an open peg, and you can just slot that on right there. Let's see if we can get that. Just like so, and it's definitely a snug and tight connection, so that's definitely cool. The next accessory Gamera comes with is his flame breath part effect, and it's definitely cool here. Pretty nicely detailed here, and a nice paint app, the way it transitions from the red to the orange to the yellow, so it's definitely cool, definitely nice transition. And how this attaches to Gamera here, you open up Gamera's mouth, and you can open it up pretty wide, and you'll see how it slots in. There's an open space, I guess, to adjust for the tongue. So you put it with the open space down, and it just kind of plugs in there kind of tight. So we can get that in there. Okay. There you go. It kind of clicks into place. So there you have it. Now you have Gamera using his flame attack. So definitely neat and definitely cool. And he shoots a fireball versus, you know, a long flamethrower type breath. That's what he did in the older movies. So still pretty cool though. A nice representation here. And then lastly, the last 2 part effects, we're going to do these combined together. Gamera has an alternate torso and then his flight mode flame effects. So first things first, we have to remove Gamera's torso. And to do that, all you have to do here, just grab Gamera, and what you're going to do is going to pull out the legs here, and you're going to pull from, we'll say, this tip of his shell down. So all you have to do is just pull that off, and you just kind of wiggle it away. So you have that removed. So pretty cool. Then, what you have to do, grab the torso, and line it up with this empty joint, so it's going to peg in there, if you can see that. So just peg that in. And these are some pretty tight connections, so once you have it in, it's pretty obvious. So definitely cool. And one thing that just happened, I don't know if you all noticed, I'm missing Gamera's jaw. Now that will happen. One thing I've noticed with the Revoltech figures, they can come apart, they can come loose, and you can always put them back together, so don't worry. Got Gamera's jaw back. Let's go ahead and attach his other hand too while we're at it. So put that in there. Okay, so now we have Gamera back together. Let's go ahead and put in the flame effect. And as far as the detailing on the flame effect, it's definitely cool. It definitely gets the point across, because in the film, you know, it's extremely dramatic when he first takes off in flight, you know, has this huge blast and it fires off as he's going up in the air. So definitely nice, definitely neat, and definitely cool. Nice smoke and smoldering effects going on here. Pretty cool. And, you know, once again, a nice paint transition. So this is definitely nice and definitely cool. So all you have to do to peg this in, just slide it in right there into the empty holes. Let's get that in there. Okay. And now we have Gamera taking off. as you can see. So definitely nice, definitely neat, and definitely cool. So with the accessories out of the way, let's move on to the figure review itself. Okay, let's check out the Gamera figure itself. So Gamera here has a fantastic sculpt, some nice paint applications, and some pretty good articulation here. So first, let's start with Gamera's head. Gamera's head is on the, famous Revoltech joint. So the joint system is, pretty different or unique. I assume the joint is down here in the neck here. So you do have a nice range of movement here. You can up and down, left and right. So that's pretty cool. Then the jaw, as we all know, is articulated there. So pretty cool. And there's a joint. You can see the joint here for the jaw, how that connects. Pretty cool. Next, in the arms, it's pretty interesting here. The movement of the arm is determined by the way the joint is turned, the Revoltech joint's turned. So with this arm here, you have more of an, I think this one's an in and out. You have an, something like an in and out movement here, versus on this arm here on the left, you have more of an up and down motion. This one's more of an in and out. So it all depends on how you're able to rotate the joints. Now on my figure, I can't really rotate the joints all that well, so I'm just kind of stuck with, the left arm up and down, and this arm in and out. But still, it's still cool. So one thing I like about the Revoltech joints, they're very nice and very clicky, kind of like Soul Chogokin. So you have that satisfying click, and you know that you're articulating things very well. So definitely cool. And you'll notice here, what just now happened, the Revoltech joints, they do come out, but nonetheless, don't worry about it. You can always put these back together, just slide it back in. So put that in there. And matter of fact, let's take a look at this joint. So the way these Revoltech joints are, it's a pretty cool system, nice and clicky and pretty simple. They're definitely cool, but just sometimes I've noticed with some of the other figures, they're kind of awkwardly assembled, but it's still cool. So we'll peg that back in and put Gamera's arm back. So in the arm here, the arms for Gamera, or the forearms we'll say, you have this much articulation. Pretty neat, pretty cool. No double jointed elbows, but still fine. The hands here, articulate at the wrist, so pretty cool. Now, in the waist area, Gamera does not have any articulation. As you know, we can remove his lower torso. So in the leg area here, first, you have the actual, there's a joint for the legs itself. So on the right, you can move this leg up and down, out to the side. And then on this left leg, it's kind of up and down, and you can't really move it out to the side. And it's all relative to how you position the joint. And then here in the knees, so you have a joint here in the knees, and you have joints here in the feet. So that's all pretty cool. And then in the tail here, you have a joint here, so you can go up and down here at this joint. This next joint, I think, I'm not sure, yeah, this one goes up and down also. And I think this one goes side to side. So you just rotate these joints around. You can, get different kind of ranges of movement and poses. So pretty cool. So the articulation on this figure is pretty cool. As far as the sculpt and the paint applications, honestly, I'm surprised at, how well they did for a figure so small. Here the sculpt on Gamera's back is very nice, very neat, and very cool. Definitely very detailed. They didn't skip out on anything here, so definitely cool. A definite hard shell here. The, underbody here, very nicely detailed. Definitely turtle-like. And his legs and his limbs, very monster-esque, so definitely neat, definitely cool. And I think they did a fantastic job here in representing Gamera, so definitely cool. So, with the review out of the way, let's go ahead and conclude this review. To conclude the review, Sci-Fi Revoltech Series No. 6 Gamera is a fantastic release in the Revoltech line. Gamera has a fantastic sculpt, fantastic paint applications, some pretty cool accessories, and some pretty good articulation here. This figure is definitely very nice, very neat, and very cool. It's definitely a very nice representation of Gamera here. So I would definitely recommend you pick this up. Also, let's kind of hope that they make a SH Monster Arts release of Gamera, because that would definitely be cool, and that would be a fantastic service. But until then, This Revoltech figure, I think, might be the best representation of Gamera in terms of articulation and a spot-on sculpt. So definitely neat and definitely cool. And also check out the 1995 film Gamera, Guardian of the Universe if you get a chance. This has been another review by Diego Doom. Thank you very much for watching, and please stay tuned for more figure reviews. Like, comment, and subscribe.